Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunn again. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Olympus Medium Outdoor Sconce. This is going to be the 30-2402. There are three sizes of this. I have the glass for all three of these. We're talking about this one right now. Here's the smaller one for the glass, and here's the bigger one for the glass. Gives you an opportunity to see the ratios of how the sizes work together. Good for you. 18.8 inches overall height from the bottom of the fixture to the top of the fixture, 9.2 inches in width. Projection from the wall going out is coming in at 6.2, and that's going to be all the way to the edge of the fixture itself. Mounting height, that's the distance from the bottom of the fixture to the middle of the electrical outlet box behind it, is coming in at 9.4. Backplate is 18.8 by 6.5. Backplate's important for a lot of people because they're going to be cutting blocks into their siding, into their shingles, into their clapboards, and they need to cut a block that's a little bigger than what I just said, 18.8 by 6.5. The other thing about that is when you look at the backplate on this, even though the mounting height's coming in at, what did we say, 9.4, there's a lot of room back there to run wires. And how they do that is they build these little walls behind the back plate which are open against your block. When you look at the picture next to me, you'll see there's a lip that goes all the way around it, so there's plenty of space for you to run wires, even though it technically attaches to the junction box from the middle. So just remember all that. Okay, let's get into a couple other things. Glass on this, 12.95 inches tall, 4.15 inches in diameter, which means it can take a lot of different types of bulbs. The max on this is going to be 100 watt max because of the heat generated by an incandescent bulb. You can use an old incandescent bulb like we used to. You can use a BT15 halogen, but I expect most of you are all going to be using LEDs, which is a great way to go. It's going to be using a porcelain medium base socket, so it's a very easy, just screw it in, nothing crazy about it. There we go. And then let's backtrack for a second because I want to talk about those installations instructions that are on our site. You'll notice that the glass is just going to slip in the top, so it's very easy. In other videos I talk about the glass, and I'll talk more about opal later in this video, but the glass itself, closed on top, very thick. So it's great for extreme weather. Wind can go around this, things can hit it from the top, and it's going to hold up incredibly well for you. Okay, the other little thing is when you have the back plate against your building, you're going to be running a clear bead of silicone, and that's going to be in the installations instructions. And the reason you do that is you don't want water to seep behind your building or behind the sconce into your building. It's just something to do. Okay? Okay, let's go on and talk about those bulbs. That's going to be pretty important. This is 4.15 inches in diameter, so you can go up to a A20. That's a pretty big light bulb. This is bigger than the bulbs we grew up with. This is the size of the bulb we grew up with, which is an A19. A20 is going to fit in there great. I have found these up to 150 watt equivalent LEDs. That's a ton of light. Most of you guys won't need that much light. 100 watt equivalent LED would probably be a better way to go. It's easier to find. I found this guy. It's a phosphorus one, and that's what those orange lines are running through it. And I found this at Walmart, and it was a General Electric brand. It was dimmable, and if you do want to use these things out on a patio or an enclosed porch, definitely put it on a dimmer. It's a way to go, because then you can dim it down and make it look like candlelight when you guys are hanging out with your friends. So anyway, going back to the different LEDs on this, you'll notice this one, this phosphorus one, it's going to allow light to go in all directions. Some of these other ones are going to cap some of the light going down and produce kind of a hot spot at the top. It's really up to you. They're all going to work great as far as the LEDs go, and it's a big piece of glass, so don't worry about all of that. And the only limit is getting the bulb into the piece of glass, and you are going to have no problem at all getting an A20 in there or anything smaller. I talk about the color of light all the time in every video for LEDs. 2700 Kelvin is super yellow like a setting sun. Some people love that. Might be nice on that porch we talked about. Other side of that is called daylight, and daylight sounds warm, but it's not warm. It's a blue hospital waiting room light, and that's going to be 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale, and that's basically that white light that some people don't like, but a lot of people do. In the middle of all that is called warm white, and warm white is what we use in our showroom. That's the light that's coming down on my hands right now. It's a nice, warm, almost incandescent light, that kind of warmth right in the middle. It's 3,000 Kelvin, and it's probably one of the easiest ones to get out in the marketplace too. So my choice on this, 3,000 Kelvin, dimmable, 100-watt equivalent LED, and you should be fine. So I want to touch on Hubbardton Forge's glass for just a second. Hubbardton Forge's opal glass is not just another piece of white glass. This is actually hand-blown glass. All of their glass is hand-blown. And to begin with, it's actually a clear piece of glass to start with. And they come in, they blow a second layer on the inside of white glass. Then they come back and they do a third step where they sandblast the entire outside. So you'll notice when you get these in your hands, they actually have layers of glass on them on the end. You can see them on these two pieces. And it gives it this really soft, semi-transparent, kind of milky quality. It's a soft glowing piece. Really, really pretty. You know, they're really obsessed about details at Hubbardton Forge, and a lot of people don't. I don't think they appreciate it out in the world, but you appreciate it because that's why you guys are here watching this video. There you go. Let's talk about something else. Same kind of idea. They only use aircraft-grade aluminum to make all of their outdoor lighting, and the reason they do that is because aluminum holds up better than any other material in harsh, extreme weather. When you go out and you're out in the world, look up and you'll see those jet airlines flying up there way above your head. They're all made out of aluminum for a reason, because it holds up beautifully, it welds beautifully, it doesn't rust, it's very light, and it's just the best material to use outside. So on top of that, they have developed these outdoor baked epoxy powder coats that can go over this and make them pretty much indestructible, and we're going to talk about that right now. So how they do this, you'll notice in the picture next to me, there's a picture of a woman, and she's actually shooting powdered finish at the fixture. And they take the fixture, let's say this is the fixture to begin with, okay? They wire it up with a wire here, a wire coming down. They run a small amount of electricity through it to make it positive. And what that does, it makes it attract everything around it. So when she's over there spraying little bits of powdered finish, what it's going to do, it's going to go over the entire fixture. It's going to get into every nook, every cranny, top, bottom, sides, the whole thing. They're going to take that fixture, they're going to put it into an oven. That's going to melt that down and make it into a hard epoxy shell. And it makes it, incredibly strong. Because they do this, and these things have been tested in these wind chambers where they have shot, salty seawater at them, basically, because that's what's going to happen on a beach, right? Where a lot of these things are going to end up. They had to really do that to make sure that they're going to hold up for you. And because they have done that, they offer the best warranty for the entire lighting industry. And you can see that over on the left-hand side of your screen. Limited lifetime warranty for residential use, and check it out, and it'll really make you feel better about their products. Cool. Okay. Moving on from there, why don't we talk about our showroom in Vermont. We have over 350 Hubbardton Forge fixtures spread across 2 floors. We actually have a What's on Display page on our website. It's over in the red tabs over on the left-hand side of your screen, so you can open up that and check it out. Showroom has also a clearance center. So clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an amazing deal for you. It's returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you guys are going to come visit us, do me a favor, bring a big SUV, if you can, if you have one, only because the boxes are set up for shipping. Measure everything you can think of. So measure with a measuring tape, measure your ceilings, measure counters, tables, distances between junction boxes and things like ceilings, because if you're looking, you want to make sure when you're looking at these things that they're going to be able to be used by you for your needs, okay? And then also bring an iPad. If you guys are doing a project and you have a tablet laying around at home, take pictures with that. Take pictures, and you can bring that tablet in, and we can go through all those pictures together and look and see what you guys are doing, and I can help you out on that, okay? So when you buy your Hubbardton Forge fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont, and we're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No one else does that. Some larger items, generally big things on pallets, and custom things are going to be non-returnable. We'll always tell you that on the page for it, so just keep your eyes peeled for that. And then on top of all that, we offer a rush program. So in order for you to get all of these different finishes, Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock. It takes generally about 3 to 4 weeks to get product out. We can cut that time in half, and it is super, super inexpensive. A lot of people don't even know about it. If you want to know about it, the best thing to do is just drop me a quick email, sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. You can also call 802-446-2400 during business hours. And so I'm here every day except Sunday, from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time if you guys want to talk to me. And then you can email us 7 days a week at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out the word Vermont. So I think that kind of wraps things up on this. You guys have any questions at all, let me know. Thank you for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.